Greetings everyone, and great here with another Advanced Wars Days of Ruin Tiny Wars replay. Spawn bottom left side as the red Caulder, we got Lord of Cold. Spawn top right side as the purple Penny, we got LionelParks. Caulder, he has been greatly nerfed from the cartridge counterpart. He has a boarding cost of 50% normal, CO2 radius of just only 2, no expansion, no energy. And now his CO zone provides plus 25%, and 2 health regen. Though there probably should be a minus sign on the Caulder, but is it really a nerf if it went from banned to unbanned? Either way, versus Penny, who's slightly buff on the cartridge counterparts, 53, 30, 60, 60, pretty much default there. Additionally, we got all units are unaffected by weather, plus 15% in a CO zone, and then provide 3 turns of random weather. This map is a triple base map with an airport and up to 3 ports you can have captured all the time, so you can really spam out those battleships. If you ever somehow get enough money for that, something went very wrong or very right if you get 3 battleships in one turn. Just in the showing capturing phase, there's nothing much for me to talk about. There is column towers in the center of the map. And there's also a handful of outlying properties. You probably should use a T-copter to go and pick it up. One thing as well, you probably have noticed that neither player has deployed out bikes. One, triple base consumes a lot of income, but there's also forest at the end of each pathway as well, so bikes have a hard time getting on out. There's actually a decent number of forests in this map. No wastelands though. And he has deployed out a bike. We'll take like a Z there. Just took 1 turn just to go 3 tiles. And does go for recon there, so she's going for a large number of wheeled assets who have a hard time breaking out, then they can easily project forward. Caulder has right now 9,000 funds. We could potentially see some sort of tech up, like a tank. But I think would be a base skip. Recon, infantry. T-copter. Tank infantry recon, so we do have a bit of a variation now going on. That bike has still just not gotten out of the spawn. This turn he'll be fine to get out of the spawn area. Recon charges way forward. Tank infantry. Recon charges the way forward, and now there's Caulder Command Tank. This Caulder Command Tank, when top of road, has plus 45, plus 45. Drops with the infantry unit off at the seaport. Caulder will probably need to eye his own T-copter to get up here as well. Double tank, or tank and ATR I should say. Command tank pushes way forward, captures some various properties. This could be interrupted, but be interrupting her own cap. And no, this infantry unit can also support out the bike. Caulder right now has 19,000 versus 16,000. So has go through the capturing phase. It's going to be 19 versus 19. This recon's probably out of range. Infantry, battlecopter, recon, infantry. So this one's going to be used to get in over there. Good strike there with command tank. Caulder's units are pretty well buffed up being near this command tank. Good strike there onto the recon. Battlecopter, tank, infantry, infantry. Command tank now float in field. Good strike down there. Just infantry most of both sides. Got this tank somewhat close by. Caulder's command tank is in range of the Penny command tank, but simply out of vision range. Good strike there. Takes out that one unit. Takes out the unit there. Does not finish the capture. Takes out that unit there. Penny's recons on top of that city. Battlecopter push up north, no anti-air, nothing nearby to stop that battlecopter. Good strike there on the infantry. Battlecopter does get a good strike there. The extra defense really come in handy. Does spot that capping infantry. Caulder does have this battlecopter, but it's out of range of his opponent's battlecopter. Lander, tank, infantry, infantry. So he actually goes for a full lander. Landers are expensive, but helps push units forward and towards this port there, so it's not a bad choice. Does a good strike to the command tank. Doesn't have to worry about storing on CO charge of Caulder's CO power. Just gotta make sure to deny Penny. Penny's superpower you really don't want to go on. It's effectively a 3-turn superpower. Though if Caulder goes from his flares, he'll counteract the rain, and flares it's already a fog warden game, so flares wouldn't be half bad to begin with. Sandstorm will cause Caulder some issues, but could be mitigated with his own CO zone. If you're curious what the each of the weather provides, here it is. So I think snow and sandstorm is what Penny would like the most. Great shot there. Penny's up to 33, 38 energy. Strike with Caulder's command tank. He has a battlecopter nearby as well, so the Penny command tank will likely go down. And he took some good engagements there. She's starting to pull a slight advantage, but only slight at the moment. Battlecopter and medium tank now upload on the field. Great strike there. Takes out that tank. Decides not to take out the Penny command tank. I think that's a bit of a mistake. I think you really should take out Penny's command tank. Getting almost at a CO power. At 54 energy, you really should have focused this thing down. That was probably a bit of a mistake there. It's better not to attempt to brave the storm that is going to come. How easy to get 6 more energy? There's a battlecopter in range of a pair of anti-airs. Yeah, she will get her superpower next turn. And I think Penny should immediately pop it. 122 versus 96, so Caulder's put a slight advantage at the moment. And does pop range, maybe the worst of 3, but Caulder does not have any flares, so everything Caulder has is completely blind at the moment. As long as Penny's just not diagonal to a unit, she is not going to be spotted. There's only a couple units diagonal to another unit. But yeah, this is Caulder's vision at the moment. Only sees this infantry and this ATR on the entire map. That's quite bad, and he has no flare for spotting. He's going to have to do a lot of mobile passes. Even though I said rain is probably the worst option for Penny at the moment, of all the Penny random weather Penny could get. Since Caulder does not have flares, it's particularly useful, and not to mention, it'll last for 3 more turns, and I definitely did underestimate the rain. I always underestimate the rain. I value the rain effect more in non-fog of war games, because it goes from full vision to absolutely no vision. Penny's going to do just fine. Nothing's changed for her. She's already at 23 energy, so there's already 1/3 away to more weather to be summoned. Looks like Caulder's just going to be braving the storm. He has 2 tanks and another ATR that was spawned out last turn versus ATR battlecopter tank and infantry. And he's now at +1 CO zone radius. And he is losing a decent number of recons. Caulder's making great work with the recon passes. There's a possibly another CO power next turn. There's a lot of stuff in her CO zone radius. This medium tank will be very useful, but Caulder has a pretty decent death ball going, and Caulder's super CO zone is just basically a death ball mechanic. Does merge with the command tank, so no superpower this turn. But she will get her CO charged up. Good strike there on the Caulder's command tank. Loss of fluidness, so it's going to be draining a lot of funds there of Caulder, but it also means continued momentum. And he will end the turn of 107,000. No, it says 24,000 bank. She'll end the turn of 131 versus 121 starting. Not much progress made. The rain should end next turn. And either way, Penny should probably pop her superpower next turn. And now we got Sandstorm, reducing Caulder's firepower by 30% across the board. And he's making some good progress here. Helicopter's almost out of fuel at 35 fuel. I don't think he can make across the map, but maybe just try to drop it down the port. Recon, bike, and tank. That's a good strike there, as well as there. Medium tank is Veteran C2, now it does get spotted. And he's command tank, can support this out. Don't think she can strike the Caulder command tank. But yeah, this anti-air here, minus 25% firepower. Medium tank recon anti-air. Pulls back the anti-air. Command tank gets a good strike. Caulder's command tank took a pretty good hit there. Takes out that tank there. And Caulder's command tank goes down, neutering everything in this region. And he now has 30 energy. She's already halfway to her next power. Clean up the northern flank there as well. Here, tank infantry. So I'll pull back there. Caulder does have a decent amount of tanks here. Could probably put something on the airport, or not airport, HQ to get CO'd. Helicopter heading up north. Does go for another battle copter. And he's starting to get some good power charge there. Starting to capture there. 44 energy. T-copter's down to 20 fuel. Up to 51 energy. Starting to flip some properties. Right now, Caulder is slightly ahead in income. Helicopter, recon, bike, and tank. Caulder does load up seal into the battlecopter. Tank infantry recon, another battlecopter. And the sandstorm has subsided. She will be able to squeeze out more weather this turn, highly likely. Probably should hold off, try to get the squeeze of the weather to get another superpower going. As he at least get plus 15% global. And does pop one. Now we got winter, which will reduce all movement speed by 1, which is particularly harmful to infantry, I would say. But it also does make it so you can edge out your opponents well, just you're able to outrange your opponent for 3 turns. We now got a slight income advantage now for Penny. Has 191 field versus 130. Now, Red's currently Caulder's name, Lord of Cold, should be particularly well suited for this weather, right? Or is it like Russia and Finland, where they just freeze to death? Battlecopters go on down there. Pulls back some tanks to the CO zone. Good strike there. It's a good strike there. Anti-air heading down south, gets a good strike in the infantry, takes out that tank there. This tank does go down. Good strike there. Battlecopter does take the command copter. I think Penny started to run away with the game. I think not sniping that initial command tank is what really lost Caulder the game, because letting that rain happen really blinded Caulder. Command COs the copter. Good strike there on that tank. Meteor does take a strike there. It is making some good gains now this turn. Gets a good strike there. And he's only at 22 energy. And Caulder's actually making very good gains. This max out vet tank will be up to 8 health next turn. We'll end the turn with 140,000 field. Penny will start the turn with 143. Lander's almost out of fuel, but it's now on top of a port to get healed on up, or resupplied. Penny just fall back a little bit there. Recon's trapped. Infantry, tank, and anti-air. And this winter should be subsided sort of next turn, right? So he will outlast the storm. And he's doing a good job getting back in the game. He was severely wounded. He's making a pretty good comeback. Battlecopter, tank, infantry. Now it's Penny's turn. Recon push way forward, get some good spotting. Anti up here almost ran out of fuel. 23 fuel. Good strike there. Yeah, a lot of good hits here. Pretty good attack. But there may be a decent counterattack in return. There's a medium tank. And only a battlecopter for a real serious set of threats. We got a large number of anti-airs. We are lacking a lot of regular tanks. A couple of regular tanks down south, so Penny should be doing quite fine, I would say. Caulder's lacking regular tanks. That's why I think he's missing that, which is actually quite important. Let's take out some of these outlying units there. Wounds the medium tank. Takes out that battlecopter. Gains some great progress there. Good strike on that medium tank. strike on the command tank. Takes out Penny's command tank. This is a big problem for Penny. She's losing quite a bit here due to an excellent counterattack there. Just managed to get enough rope to push forward, and now all of these units are going to get a nice bit of healing next turn. I thought Caulder was losing the game, but he is turning it around big time. He is now more value in the field, as well as men as well. Penny does have a decent amount of money locked in a lander. The lander does cost 10,000. There's a lot of targets for Penny to take on. No CO zone, so going to be not getting any CO power anytime soon. Get some good strikes there. Great strike on the medium tank, but it will be repaired. In here, reaches the command copter, does not take it out. Does not take out the medium tank, but will drain a lot of funds from Caulder. She has 30,000 in bank, so she can go for something expensive. Maybe a bomber will be good. And CO the bomber. Caulder's attack has been largely blunted. Now I'm thinking that Penny's going to win the fight. Backline reinforcements push away forward. The command copter is going to be knocked out. He could merge onto the regular copter. Gets some great strikes there. Takes out the wounded artillery piece. Getting a lot of good hits here. Battlecopter gets receive a good strike there. Penny still has a decent amount of reinforcements here, but Caulder's able to just push his units so much further thanks to that aura. The +2 health regen plus the really high generalist stats make a very, very powerful death ball, and one that can self-propel with the healing. But the Caulder battlecopters will go down next turn. CO's her own battlecopter gets a good strike there. Caulder's command copter goes down. A lot of stuff going down. And I think Penny has cracked the death ball. I already have 44 energy. Went from 0 to 44 in one turn. Yep, and now that was a clean sweep. Caulder's down to 125,000. Penny is 139 plus 24,000 in her bank. Minus 10,000 because of lander, but the lander, I've been discounting the lander for the funds, but it is very, very good. It pushes your units 2 turns forward approximately. And Caulder has resigned. This was a pretty good fight there. This Angry saying, take a watch and on to the next replay.